Stop wasting money on things you don't need. Start investing in your future. But do you need tips on how to stop? And how to save money? And how to actually invest it in your future? Well, today I will go through actionable lessons that I use that you could consider implementing right now. No matter who you are or how much money you have, these top 6.5 financial lessons will certainly help you out. They really helped me rethink my relationship with money to save more and spend it more wisely. Now I'll start with the number one ultimate finance tool, one that's only known to a really select few, and that is my amazing YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. No, in all seriousness, time is money, and I don't plan on wasting yours, so let's get into it. I didn't grow up with a lot of money. My family were always kind of scrounging around for cash. Some weeks to save money, we'd live off canned beans on toast. So when I got myself a job and an education, I started making some serious money. But because we didn't have any money to begin with, I had to start learning a lot of different things. Firstly, what the heck is money? And then how do I save it? And how do I spend it? Because between you and me, I was a little bit over beans on toast. But I didn't want to go and spend my money on silly things for my hedonistic pursuits. So I taught myself to rethink how I thought about money and taught myself some financial lessons from reading books and talking to different mentors. These top 6.5 lessons are accumulation of all that knowledge put together in this beautiful little video for you. Now you might be asking,
what the heck is that 0.5 of a lesson?
And that's a great question. Basically, 2 of the lessons are so interrelated, it'd be a bit of a cop-out to try and sell it to you as 7 lessons. After all, I like to be honest with my audience. But I thought I'd give it to you as a 0.5 anyway.
Enough about you, give me the lessons.
The first lesson is don't keep up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses is a saying that's basically saying you're comparing yourself to others and that is the standard that you have to meet. This often relates to a possession of material goods. For example, if your friend gets the new Samsung TV or a new Sonos speaker wireless system, then you feel like you have to get it, otherwise you're not comparing or in the same level as them. To fail to keep up with your friends or the Joneses is almost to say that you failed to meet some socio-economic status or cultural identity. The phrase actually originated in a comic strip. Even though the comic strip is kind of cute, this can be a really dangerous ideology that you can get yourself into. Especially when you can't afford the items or the things or the lifestyle that your friends are buying. Because often they can't really either. Because if they implemented these 6.5 lessons, I'm sure they wouldn't be buying the items that they are. But it often becomes this vicious cycle of trying to buy things to outdo each other. The 0.5 of this lesson comes with a different name but a similar meaning. Don't spend money that you haven't made yet on things you don't need to impress people you don't even know. So that should help you stop spending things just to impress others. But what do you do with the money once you've saved it? Great segue. The second tip is live below your means and invest or save the difference. Living below your means basically just means spending less than you're making. By doing this, you're focusing on saving money. Now, I know this is easier said than done, but there are some tips and tricks to help you save. This can include setting a budget or creating financial goals. Some banks like Upbank that I use give you actual savers so you can visualize your savings to meet your goals. 2, buy a cheaper house than you're actually approved for. Too often people bite off more than they can chew, but repayments will come back to get you and eat into your savings every single week. There's nothing wrong with having a smaller size appropriate home. See lesson 1 for why. Another tip is to shop at discount or thrift stores. I like to think of every thrift shopping kind of like a clothing adventure, and at least that kind of guarantees that it'd be very difficult to find someone who has the exact same clothes as you. Another tip is to cut back on eating out. Learning to cook is a really fun skill that you can use to impress your friends or family, while also saving you money. Forget about impressing your friends or keeping up with the Joneses with the Sonos speaker, impress them with a delicious beef ragu. Or make more money by starting up a side hustle. I made a video on all different money making ideas previously, link up top. Once you start implementing these changes, you should have more money which now you can use to invest or save. Don't know what to invest in? Well, you better hit that like and subscribe button to get more ideas. Third tip, delayed purchasing. Have you ever thought,
I need to have this now. I can't afford to live without that.
well, you probably don't need it and you probably can live without it. But how do you figure that out? Well, basically what I do is when I get one of these impulses to buy something, I write down a list. Then I revisit in a month's time, and if I still really want it or feel like I need it, I'll buy it. This just means, or make sure that you actually really want the thing that you're saying that you want.
But Jordan, then you're spending money instead of saving it.
Well, we can't live on baked beans forever. But this also leads me to my next tip. When buying something for fun, put the exact same amount that that thing cost into a savings account. Basically, the price of whatever you're buying, you need to have the exact same amount ready to go to save. If you can't afford to have that duplicate amount, then you shouldn't be able to afford the first item. Say I want a new pair of sunglasses. Well, if it costs $250, then I need $500 to make sure I can save $250 and spend $250. This should really help you reframe and change your mindset with money and realize how long it actually takes to save up to buy something and how fast and quickly and dangerously it is to just spend it. Another little mini tip is I often figure out how much I get paid per hour and then calculate that based on what the item is worth. So if a new pair of sunglasses is $250 and that might take me 3, 4, 5 hours, is it really worth my time? The next tip is much more conceptual. You are not a consumer. Basically, you are a person who has money and can choose to spend that wherever you want. And when you're spending that money, that's like voting for something to succeed. When you choose to buy food and you buy bad food or fast food, you're deciding fast food deserves to win over other types of food. So next time you go shopping, try not to think of it as a hobby or something to do. Think of it as you deciding where the world should be heading. This should give more importance to your spending and make you realize that you are really important in shaping the way that items are made and what wins in the economy. Maybe next time reconsider buying that random dropshipping item off Instagram. The last one is a little bit different. Find someone you're truly happy with. Talk to them about finances and actually set expectations about what you want in your relationship and avoid divorcing. This might come across as a bit much, but it's a fact of life we need to all consider. The person we choose to be in our lives will impact it greatly. This is obvious for things like our happiness, but we also need to consider how our partner affects our finances too. Finding financial alignment with a life partner is just as important as finding a life partner who likes the same hobbies as you. Divorce can be unavoidable, but we need to understand and consider that it could cost about 40% of our life savings. So you should be open and honest with your partner about what expectations you have for your future with financial goals. This will be a difficult conversation, but ultimately bring you closer together and hopefully avoid any financial issues that could lead to divorce. You also might find that you have a lot of alignment and get to actually achieve your goals together. Who knows? Money and finances are a really weird thing, and even now I'm a bit of a finance nerd and obsessed with it. I'm still learning about everything and trying to figure out how I can be better with saving my money and spending it more wisely. But it's an ongoing journey, so if you have any other tips that I haven't covered today, leave me a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check out another video on the 3 best ETFs right now to buy, link up top. I plan on doing a video very soon about basically an investor's masterclass, where I'll be looking into different really famous investors and how they choose different stocks and ETFs, and basically how they became so successful. So the next one should be coming out after this video, but we'll see how I go with all my editing. Next step for you, start thinking about these financial tips and how they can help better your life. For me, I'm going to continue doing all these weird and wacky tips that have really helped me so far. Oh, and of course, check out another video here, or here, and I'll see you again soon.